Hey everybody, this is Dean Jacobs. Once again coming back to you live. I made a promise 11 days ago that I would do a live broadcast every day for 30 days to pump some positive energy into this situation. I'm going to drink water. I just spilled it on me too. Well, I bet I'll survive that. Anyway, I'm keeping my promise. Doing Julia Cook. How's the reading going with your kids? I hope you're well, my friend. Hey, Mike Matthews, back in the house. Good to see you here again, my friend. Hey, Jessica, how's my lady, my lady coffee companion doing there, Jessica? All good. Thumbs up to all you guys. I made a promise that I would do 30 days of live Facebook broadcasts to pump a little positive energy into this conversation, because it's so easy to get pulled into the negative narrative, all this, right? Because there's just this sticky swirl going on around us all the time. I just stopped watching the news. I figured if there's something's really going on that I need to know, somebody that I'm watching or that I know will let me know if there's something I really need to know, because it just like the whole purpose of the news is to get you to tune in and then never turn it off. Because if you never turn it off, then that's why that's how they sell advertising. That's how they get their numbers up. Joel Boyer, my Brendan Bouchard buddy, Richard Clemens, Wisconsin is in the house. Hey, Lisa Bell, good to have you here too. We've got people tuning in from all over the world. Give my best to your family, Mr. Clements in Wisconsin. I hope you're all doing well. Would love to get back in that part of the world. I made a promise to myself, Richard, that I'm going to go canoe the St. Croix River. All right, in Wisconsin. It's a wild and scenic river, and I've never been on it, so I'm going to go do that. Christina Serrano is in the house from Ecuador. Hola, mi amor. Sandy Hakes Gal. Sorry, couldn't read that very well. Hi, Don. Good to see you. We've got Fremont, Nebraska in the house. So I made a promise to all you guys that I would do a live broadcast every day for 30 days to talk about something good, something positive, something that we can feel good about, right? Because remember, on the other side of that wall of fear, there's a whole world waiting to be explored. We let that wall of fear stop us. We get trapped here, and we feel like we have limited opportunities. We have limited perspective. And we weren't brought here to live this way. We were brought here to live, big, right? Yes, Diane Harpster's back. Greg, Mr. Borland, McCook, Nebraska, one of my favorite elementary principals. Hugs to all of you guys out there in McCook, Nebraska. And let's stay connected, all right? I had some ideas. I need to get a hold of you, Greg. Got some ideas about maybe how I can support your kids, all right? Rocking on. You keep rocking on too, bro. My walk was big today. Good. It's good to get outside. Finally, the weather was finally nice enough here to get outside and do some walking. Yeah, that's something to be grateful for. Thumbs up to all that. Okay, where I was. On the other side of that wall of fear, there's a whole world waiting to be explored. We let that wall of fear stop us. We get trapped here into the small box. This just means that we have a much narrow perspective when we get tunnel vision. And when we look at only the negative, we don't see all the other possibilities that want to present themselves along the way. And the way that we stretch and blow this baby up is by dreaming big, by living tall, so we can do our part to make the world better. Make the world better, right? And now I go back to the metaphor, the other one that I always like to share with you guys. The Native American boy that goes to his grandfather and says, "Grandfather, I always feel like I have two wolves fighting on the inside of me. Grandfather, which wolf wins the fight?" And the grandfather turns to his little boy, his grandson, and says, "My son, the wolf that wins is the one that we feed." So we want to make sure that we're taking some time to feed the good wolf, the wolf that will allow us to continue to stretch that box by challenging us to continue to dream, the wolf that would challenge us to continue to stretch the box this way by living tall, such as honesty and dignity and respect and responsibility and all those things, right? And we want to make sure that we are empowering the good part of us, that do our part to make the world better. Make the world better. Thumbs up to all of you who are doing your part to make the world better. That's how we declare to the world that we are here to make the world better. That's what I'm always teaching the elementary kids. When I see you walking down the hallway, the way I know you're committed to making the world better, thumbs up, right? So when I see you in the classroom, when I see you in the cafeteria, what are you going to give me? Thumbs up, exactly, thumbs up. That's how we declare that we're not just going to go through the motions of life, but we're going to do our part to make the world better. So thumbs up to all of you for showing up. Thanks for sharing this moment with me as we find our way down this pathway of living together. I do not like that term social distancing. I think that doesn't serve us because we need to be connected with one another. So yes, we have physical distancing so that way we don't spread the virus and compound the problem of the situation. But there are other ways to stay connected, such as mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And if we're not going to be connecting in the physical way, then we need to double down on those other three and intentionally do those more to overcompensate for where we're lacking or we're missing on the opportunity to connect in the physical world. Does that make sense? So this is my attempt, this is my contribution, this is my commitment to stay connected to all of you guys in the spiritual world, because I'm just hanging out, or in the mental world and emotional world, because all I'm doing is hanging out with you guys here right now for a little window time to remind us that we too will find our way together down living a good life, living a life of wonder, as I like to call it. So today's empowering question. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Forgot to push the right buttons. Well, I had it right. It's backwards tonight because I forgot to push the buttons. But tonight's empowering question is, it's always good. Empowering questions allow us to stretch and blow that box up. What would you do? What would I do if I had enough time? And what do I do when I have the time? Oh, what would I? Well, right now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm finding myself in a situation where I probably have more time than I had anticipated. Because normally I'm doing lots of school programs and doing school programs or out going traveling around the world. I was supposed to be getting ready to go to the Amazon rainforest this summer. All that stuff is like now come to a halt. So now I find myself in a situation where I do have time. So you know what I'm doing with my time? If I had enough time, because now I do have enough time. So I'm doing the things I didn't have enough time to do before. So I'm spending more time reading, I'm spending more time writing, I'm spending more time working on the skills that I need to develop so I can be better at communicating with young people to challenge them to have hopes and dreams. That's what I'm doing with my time. That's what I'm doing with my time now. So even though I didn't have time before because I was racing around and doing some of those things in one way, there are other skills that I needed to develop, such as learning how to make videos, such as actually learning how to turn the phone so this doesn't read backwards. I'll get it better next time. That's what I'm doing. I'm teaching myself the skills to that so I can deliver in a better way, in a bigger way, in a way that will support all of you to not give up, to keep going. So my question back to you all is, what would you do if you had enough time? So what are you doing with your time right now? What are you doing with your time right now that will serve you to stretch the box? What are you doing with your time right now to stretch the box this way? What are you doing with your time right now that's something that you can do to make the world better? Christina Serrano is doing more yoga, more exercise, and moving her body indoors. Good job, Christina Serrano. That's awesome. I wish I was doing yoga with you. All right, so this is me challenge you to be aware of what you're thinking about, challenging you to being aware about what you're feeding here, because that has a huge impact on how we show up in the world. And right now, we need you all showing up in a bigger way. We need you shining brighter, not trapped in a little box, but shining bright. And that way, we will all get through this together. So you have the time now to work on some things that you didn't have the time to work on before. So time to saddle up, my friends, as we say in Nebraska. Time to saddle up, get back on that horse, do some of those things that challenge us to learn and grow so we can use those new skill sets, because this one day will end, so we can use these new skills to make the world better. And I have a new way that I end my live feeds with you guys. I remember as I traveled around the world, I would always go visit sacred places, or I would stay in people's homes, or I would stay in hostels and things like that. And before, I always said, well, I want to leave a place better than I found it. Not just physically, but, Don, spending more time with our kids, playing games. Yeah. And that allows us to deepen our connection. Good job, Don. So I was starting to say how as I traveled around the world through 58 countries, I would visit a lot of places and stay and visit with people. I always wanted to leave the place better than I found it. Not necessarily physically, like cleaning up, because that's the first thing we think of, but like, what can I give to this? What can I contribute to where I'm at? And I developed the habit of leaving it with a blessing, some positive, good energy. And this is what I'd say to myself, either silently or I might even say it out loud, which I did both ways, depending if it was appropriate or if there's anybody else around. But this is what I would say. Blessings to all who've come before, blessings to all who are here now, and blessings to all who come after. May they find peace in their heart and joy in their journey. So may you all find peace in your heart now, and joy in your journey as we find our way getting through this whole situation, and then as we will pop out on the other side better. All right? Good. Thank you for sharing this with me. I'll be back tomorrow night with another live broadcast with Explore with Dean as we continue to stay connected with empowering questions and doing our part to continue to shine bright. Until then, be the good, be safe. We'll see you soon. Okay? Bye-bye.